Hello and welcome to a free pick a pile reading. This one's just going to be any random messages that Spirit has for you. I've got four groups here, um, and I'm going to show these bags individually and show you which number resonates with what bag. Um, and just use your intuition. And if you feel like you're drawn to more than one bag, that's fine. That means that more than one message is for you. So we're going to start off with group number one is going to be this bag. All right, and then group number two is this bag here. Then we've got group number three. And then we have group number four. So I'm going to go ahead and start the reading with group number one. And I will put timestamps on the video so you can skip ahead to whatever group feels like resonates with you. And if you're interested in these bags, these ones are currently being sold on my Etsy shop. They're £1 each mystery bags. They hold tarot cards, mini carvings, all types of like towers or spheres, crystals, things like that, jewelry as well. But let's go ahead and get started with group number one. Okay, so those who chose group number one for this bag, I'm going to put your bag here. These bracelets are also sold on my Etsy shop if you like those or these towers. But we're going to go ahead and get started with your guys' message. For you, I have the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what's going on with group number one. Okay. Okay, the first card we have out is a win-win outcome is in forecast, full moon in Libra. Nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, I'm just going to take the one that I saw come out. The rest I put back in the deck, but we have luck is on your side. And I'll adjust the camera so you guys can see as well. Okay, look at the bigger picture. What I'm feeling starting off here is those who chose group number one, what's going on here is some sort of, it's like an ending of an old cycle, beginning to a new cycle. I want to get some more cards to kind of clarify what this situation is. You and your loved ones are safe. The energy is gaining momentum. Prosperity lies ahead. This is a very positive message that I have for you here. Pile number one. It looks like what's going on here is a little bit of fear or hesitancy to move forward and leave something behind. I would say that this could be a relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be like a job, a friendship, an old way of thinking, an old way of acting. It's just a fresh new change, a fresh new start that's needed here. Um, but again, I do feel some sort of hesitancy. It's like you're moving forward, but it's kind of slow, just because you're walking into the unknown, and that's a little unsettling in a way. Um, though if you are questioning if that is the right decision to make because you question what's on the other side, it looks like this is a very abundant decision that you're headed towards. Um, I feel like you have not reaped the rewards of making this decision because it's like your foot's in the door. You haven't completely walked through the door, but it's waiting for you on the other side. Um, this is sort of a situation, for example, when you've had enough, like in a relationship, with a partner, and you're like, um, I love this person or I can't take this anymore. I know that I have to continue moving forward. Um, but it's hesitancy looking back because right before you're going to make that decision, you're flooded with memories of the good times, and wondering, um, am I making the right decision? Because now that I'm looking back, it seems like maybe I was taking things for granted. It's kind of second guessing yourself. But the advice here from Spirit is to keep moving forward. That is the right decision. You are going in the right direction. Um, and if this is about a job, it's the same thing. Looking back and kind of pondering those things that you really enjoy about the workspace. But when you're doing it day in and day out, you're not feeling that way. It's only when you're, about to leave, it's kind of looking back and like, well, there was good memories, there was good times. Um, am I overreacting? Am I making the wrong decision? Again, I feel like whatever decision you're walking towards, which I would say is walking away and into something new, um, it is rewarding. It's like the universe isn't going to let you fall. There's something lined up here for you that you may not see just yet. Yeah, we have don't let the past hold you back. This is most definitely what this is. Um, Looking on like, wow, I've spent so much time in this relationship, at this job, building this community, whatever it is. Um, and you're like, I've made it this far, so is this really the best decision for me? But I feel like it is. I feel like you've done what you had to do in whatever situation this resonates for you. You've done the work, you've completed the lesson, you've completed the cycle, and it's time to, grow. It's time to continue. It's time to move forward. And there's nothing really left to learn or to gain from where you're at right now. Um, And the universe is trying to push you in in a different direction, somewhere where you can continue to grow and continue to blossom. Because if you um, are looking back with your foot in the door, and you kind of self sabotage in a way, like talk yourself out of making this decision due to self doubt, it's gonna keep you in a space that feels very stagnant. And I feel like you're at a time in your life where you're just ready to do something different. You're ready for that change. You're ready to experience something new that you have yet to experience, because this routine and the feeling of comfort, it's just not doing it for you anymore. Anything else for group number one? Okay, last two cards we got here. Wow. A new romantic cycle begins, and your dreams need a practical plan. So, when it comes to this card that says a new romantic cycle begins, it could be a relationship, though it doesn't have to be. So, if we're talking about love here, this is, walking away from somebody who I feel like this would be walking away from somebody who, um, it's not necessarily that you despise this person. What's going on here is that it's just imbalanced. It's like you have done the maturing and you're ready to continue growing, but this person still has a lot to catch up with. And it's like, hey, I love you, or you're a good person, but I just can't hold myself back and wait for you any longer because it's been too long. Same thing for, a job, for example. It's like, hey, I've learned what I needed to learn. It doesn't seem like I'm able to necessarily grow here or level up in any type of way. And I do love working here, and I love my coworkers, but it's time for me to um, expand and branch out. Your dreams need a practical plan. I want to get another card for that. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, step out of your comfort zone. Okay, so you do have an idea here when it comes to the type of life that you want to live, the type of person you want to be with, the type of career field that you want to be in, the type of friends you want around you, or the community you want to build. You have the idea already, which is, what kind of pushed you to put your foot in the door. Um, but your dreams need a practical plan is talking about the planning of, okay, I know where I want to go. Now, how do I get there? What steps do I need to take? Because if you um, keep this kind of in the mind space as an idea and you don't take any action, this, abundance, prosperity, free sense of freedom won't come in, to your life. It's not saying that you'll be miserable, but it won't be able to enter your life until you walk through the door. Um, so my advice here is to be brave, be courageous, take that first step because there's a lot of positive energy, money, love, satisfaction, emotional fulfillment that is waiting for you as soon as you decide to take action and just, take that leap of faith that I'm following what feels right to me. I'm going in the direction that aligns with me, that feels right to me. So I trust that there is there is a reason for it, and there is something positive waiting for me on the other end. And that is what I have for you, pile number one. I hope that resonated. If it did, please leave a comment down below so that I can know how this resonated with you and your situation. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to go ahead with pile number two. Welcome, pile number two. If you chose this bag, this reading is for you. I'm going to go ahead and set this bag up here against these bracelets that you can buy on my Etsy shop. The Etsy shop that you can find me at is the Starseed Tarot. And we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. For your guys' deck, I have the Hidden Truth Oracle. So these are going to be cards representing hidden messages, hidden truths from um, a person that you may not have got full closure from, or you may not have ended on the best terms. You don't know where they stand, or you're wondering where is their head at. This is the perfect deck for those type of questions. So I'm going to just move the camera down a little bit. These ones I have to set down here. And we'll just get started and see what is the hidden truth for pile number two. I'm so attracted to you. Let's see if these stand. Oh, these do stand. Okay. Well, I can put them down here. So no, you guys can't really see. I'm sorry. I'm still working on the setup. So we're just going to face it a little bit like that. And I'll continue for pile number two. Okay. I remember every detail of that day. Wow. I don't react when people mention you. Okay, I see what's going on here. Yep. I will wait for a sign from you. So starting off pile two, this is what's going on. This is a person that you have had a falling out with, an ending with a breakup, separation. Maybe you guys are on a break. You guys aren't currently together. Um, this is somebody from the past. There's somebody from the past here who is very reminiscent when it comes to your guys' connection, but it's in a sense of they're thinking about um, the specific day that you guys broke up, what was said, what was done, how it was handled. Um, and I feel like it still affects them to this day. Because with this card coming out saying, I don't react when people mention you, it comes with this energy of holding back. So it's like, it does kind of trigger emotions within them when people do mention you or um, mention like, hey, do you remember when this happened, or I saw that blah blah blah, posted on social media, whatever. It's like you're being brought up, or you have been brought up before. Maybe you guys have mutual friends, um, but your name has been brought up before, and they don't react though. When your name is brought up, they're brought back to the day that you guys separated, that you guys stopped talking, what caused the fallout. Um, Specifically points that triggered them, like things that they said to you, but things that you said to them that really like hit them, you know, where it hurts, but it's a hit where it's like hitting the ego type of thing, chopping down their ego. And I think that's the main thing here that could have caused a problem is this person seems like they feel like they're always right, or when you're right, they're not trying to hear it. It's like brushing you off a lot, and I feel like that kind of brought you um, to this point where you're like you're not listening, you're acting like you don't care. It's like when somebody acts like they have a chip on their shoulder, and I feel like that kind of caused this separation. And they do think about it a lot, and they still are very attracted to you. And I would say I wouldn't be surprised if they do check up on your social media, um, to see what you're doing, but more importantly, just to see your face. um, I will wait for a sign from you, though they are still stuck on this situation, or they haven't 100% healed from this situation. I feel like you wouldn't even really know, because it could have been months ago that you guys separated, it could have been years and years ago that you guys separated. um, but they're still waiting. It's like they're waiting to bump into you, they're waiting for you to, follow them, send them a friend request, reach out to them, and initiate that first conversation. I see that they're not doing it because they don't know where your head is at, so they're like, it's more safe if I just stand back and wait for it to come in, so that I know that I'm not the only one feeling like this. I feel like this person has kind of struggles with feeling vulnerable. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. Let's get some more cards here. Yep. It was my fault, but I blamed you. This is a very good message for people that I feel like there wasn't a lot of closure here. Like, I feel that the way that this situation ended, this person acted so unfazed. Like, you leaving, breaking up, whatever, or maybe they did it, they broke up with you. It's like they acted like they didn't care. It didn't phase them. Um, but it did. I feel at first there was a sense of freedom, like relief, like, okay, I don't have this person on my back anymore. I can finally do what I want. And they started to do what they wanted. And they're like, okay, yeah, this is fun, but now I feel a lack. Now I feel a void. And it's like with time, they finally figured out that, or they're coming to an understanding that um, being with you sort of filled something inside of them. You really made them realize what they feel like they're lacking. But again, this person has a lot of pride, so I feel like, coming forward and telling you how they really felt, or how they are really dealing with it, how they really feel about you, isn't an option. So they would much rather stay awake at night thinking about you, kind of haunted by those memories of the one that got away type of thing, rather than reaching out. But on the bright side, and I guess on the bright side, or on a side of things where you're searching for clarity, it's important that you know that they knew what they were doing, and they knew that it was their fault for why you did what you did, why you reacted the way you did, why you left them, broke up with him, think, along something along those lines. They know that it was their fault, but they blamed you. They know that it wasn't fair on for your, on your for you on your part. They didn't treat you fairly. I know I was a distraction from your pain. I feel like this person, when they were with you, apart from, everything that we've kind of talked about here, um, there's a lot of insecurities coming from this person, and I feel like they didn't feel like they were good enough for you, or like they deserved you. They felt like you could do better, and that's what caused them to act so inconsiderate, so nonchalant, kind of like they didn't need you type of energy. It was more to protect themselves for, it's like preparing themselves, mentally preparing themselves for when you walk away, because they in their mind, they were like, it's bound to happen. There's no way that this person is going to get to know the depths of me and still want to be with me. Um, Again, which is why they treated you the way that they did. It's not that they didn't care about you, they didn't love you, they didn't value you. Um, it's just a lot of overthinking led them to this fear, this insecurity that caused them to act like this. It is also immaturity as well. Okay, what else for pile two? Yep, yep. I left you before you could leave me. They mentally checked out before you could. They tried to even okay, so if they broke up with you first, this insecurity is why, just a fear that you're going to do it first. And if you broke up with them, they mentally, emotionally, and physically tried to check out before you did, just to prepare themselves for this ending. Yep, yep. I wonder if you're happy without me. I'm gonna shuffle again. I had some cards flip over, but there were too many, so I'm gonna continue to shuffle. Here we go. My life is not as together as it seems. Wow. We both know I'm not the one for you. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah, it's like they're kind of kicking themselves in the butt because they're like this whole time that well, the whole time that you guys were together, they're sitting there and their mentality is we both know I'm not the one for you because you can do better, and they're not meant to have somebody as genuine, as giving, as caring, as nurturing as you are. Um so they acted very nonchalant, like I don't need anybody. But again, it's I'm scared, so I'm going to protect myself with this mask so that you don't know that if you do leave me, I will be heavily, heavily affected. Um, but I wonder if you're happy without me. I mean, really speaks for itself. It's this person is like, you know, did I self sabotage? Was I, lying to myself? Did I create this mess for no reason? And is this the one that got away? Yeah, and I hope that you can forgive me one day. I feel like that's why, again, they're waiting for you to reach out to see where you stand because it's like they know they know what they were doing. They know why they had that mask on. They know why they were trying to, hide from you how they truly feel because vulnerability is not one of their strengths. It makes them feel very weak. Um, and they do, again, they do hope that you can forgive them for the way that they acted. But I feel like they have a lot of pride, but with this card, there's fear here. There's fear of reaching out to you. Again, I think we mentioned this in the beginning. There's fear of reaching out because they don't know where you stand. They don't know if you're going to call them out or be, have this reaction to them of I was right, I told you so, or put them in their place, kind of put them down. They have a huge fear of rejection, very scared of being rejected. I feel you even though we're apart. Wow. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, you're on their mind a lot. A lot. I feel like the more that they go throughout life, the more they question this, the more they think about it, the more they realize it's like they look around and they see their friends getting married, their friends having kids, their friends settling down, and they're 10 steps behind. And they think a lot like, what would have happened if I would have trusted? It's like, I feel like they really believed, they really believed that you were going to do something to hurt them or you were going to leave. And so they justified it, they justified how they treated you or how they acted when you guys were together. And then with time, it's like their friends get in relationships, their friends start getting married, and they're hearing these stories from their friends of like, um, what goes on in the relationship, the marriage, how people react and how people act. And it's like it kind of makes them reflect on like, okay, this sounds familiar. This sounds really familiar. And it helps them look at your guys' situation through a different lens, through a new perspective. Um, and that's scary. That's scary for them because they're like, wow, like what if this person actually was being honest and genuine? What if this person actually did want these things with me? What if I um, misinterpreted like their intentions and sabotaged this relationship? Like, what if I'm the one in the wrong? And I feel like again they've came to that conclusion of, yeah, I think that's what this is. I think I made a mistake. But it takes a lot for somebody to come forward and, you know, let you know like, hey, I'm holding myself accountable. It takes a lot of courage, yeah, to be like, I'm holding myself accountable. I This is why I did what I did, and you didn't deserve it, and I'm sorry. Um, and I feel like they're kind of living out of a little bit of fear or regret here. Anything else with attitude? Yeah, I wish I had treated you better. I hide behind material things. I want to feel that way again. Yep. It's like, I'm telling you, it's like ever since you left and ever since they've kind of been able to look at this, at your guys' connection through a different perspective, it's kind of eating away at them. And so you may, if you look on their social media or if you have been told about what they're posting, this person is, I would say, spending a lot or going out a lot, partying a lot. Um, Investing in like addictions to kind of fill the void because they don't want to feel that sense of lack, but it's there because you're not there. Um, and it makes them feel it's painful for them because, again, they feel a lot of regret. Um, and they wish that they could find somebody who makes them feel the way that you did, that you made them feel, but they can't. So whenever they are meeting new people, experimenting with other people, it's like they don't even really realize it, but it doesn't feel emotionally satisfying or fulfilling because what they're really looking for is you, and it's not you. The people that they're with, it's not you. Yeah, I love you unconditionally. I wish I could share my good news with you. Yeah, it's like they do want to tell you, but there's fear of rejection. They don't know where you stand. It's like they don't know if they're still holding you on and you've already let go and moved on and healed and moved forward. Um, let's get one more card actually. Yeah, but they do want to, yeah, I look for you everywhere. I'm telling you, it's like when they go out to the grocery store, it's like they put on nice clothes, their jewelry or watches, nice shoes, like brand new clothes because just in case if they run into you, they want to look their best. And that's not an exaggeration. Like this person, when they go out, they're like, well, what if I run into them? Like, what if today is the day? And that happens very frequently. All right, so pile number two. That is what I have for your guys' reading. I hope that that made sense. If this reading resonated, please do me a favor and comment down below. Please let me know how this resonated. It does help me for my readings. And Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number 3. All right, so if you were drawn to this bag, this is pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and set this bag over here by these bracelets that you can find on my Etsy shop, etsy.com/the Starseed Tarot. And let's get into your reading. Let's see what's going on for pile number 3. What does Spirit want you to know? I'm hearing money, I'm hearing abundance, specifically that one song, the Ching 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 goes a money tree. And every time a ching, money comes to me. And it all flows in so abundantly from the top left, right, and abundantly. I can sing the whole thing. I love that mantra. But I feel like you guys are manifestors or you're trying to manifest something. This seems like not necessarily a person, but something for you, something beneficial for you, but with good intentions, So money, like the finances, job, career. This is also you guys are a very spiritual pile, very in touch, in tune with spirit. Um, and how I know that is because before I'm even shuffling the cards, I'm getting these downloads, which I didn't get for pile 1 or pile 2. And if you chose more than one pile, this is also an aspect of your personality that needed to be pointed out. So let's see what's going on. Pile number 3. Yep. Yes. That's exactly what this is. We have spiritual strength and then material and spiritual prosperity in reverse. This really makes me feel like trying to connect with your higher self, your guides. I'm going to move the camera a little bit here. Trying to connect with whatever you believe in, whatever, whoever or whatever you're trying to work with. Um, Trying to realign, it's like get a deeper meaning of why something is blocked here, why it's not coming in, and working on getting something to flow back into your life. It's like something that you've already experienced, whether this is some people watching this are tarot readers, wondering why they feel blocked, or people who feel like their intuition is blocked. Some people feel like their finances are blocked. But whichever one it is, I'm really getting pulled to a group of people who feel like um, I used to understand the deeper meaning to things when I saw angel numbers, my dreams, why things happened at the exact time that they did. Everything used to just make sense, and I had a deeper sense of knowing. And now I'm feeling a little bit confused on why things are happening and why I can't figure it out. Yep, that's what this is. A group that feels like their intuition has been blocked, or it's really hard to understand the messages that are coming from your intuition, or um, decipher the messages, decipher what's coming from your intuition, what's coming from fear, what's coming from anxiety, or why am I not receiving any messages at all? Yep, this is a very, very spiritual group. Very in tune, very ascended master type of energy. Healers. You guys are healers. Okay. Victory and success. Tell me more about this. You are? Okay. Deception and envy in reverse. Sacrifice. I'm hearing they come and they go and they come and they flow. So you are getting messages from your intuition. You are getting spiritual downloads. You are still connecting with source, but the messages are being let go of. They're kind of being overlooked a little bit because they don't feel okay. They don't feel like the spiritual messages that you're used to. It's like the feeling that you would get when you're like, okay, this is not a coincidence. I have this just strong feeling inside of me that this is something deeper. It's like you're still getting those intuitive messages, but it doesn't feel that deep, or it doesn't feel like it's coming from your intuition. It feels like just a random thought. Like you're driving down the highway and you think of an old friend from middle school and you're like, that okay. You think of them and then you let that thought go, but there's more to it, but you're not getting that feeling associated with it. You're just like, okay, that was kind of random. Not looking deep enough. Yeah, feeling like these are not messages from your intuition, thinking, kind of confusing them with just thoughts, with just like random pop-ups. It's like seeing somebody's name on your screen, somebody that you've been wondering about, or somebody that you know. It's like scrolling through Instagram, for example, seeing their name and going, oh, that's kind of weird, but not necessarily realizing that there's a deeper meaning to it. That's interesting. I feel like those who chose this pile or this group um, may would benefit from working on grounding their energy, because I feel like there's a lot going on in the mind space, but bringing those intuitive messages into reality and kind of clicking together that puzzle, it's not happening the way that you're used to it happening, or it's not happening with that feeling that you associate that thought with, oh, this is from my intuition is telling me something. There's a need to be grounded here, a need to meditate, ground your energy, kind of take a little break from social media distractions and live in the moment type of thing, because I feel like this definitely has something to do with like spending a lot of time on like social media or something like that. It's like, for example, like TikTok, like scrolling through, videos, and they're all just short and fast and random. And so the thoughts, well, the messages from your intuition are getting confused as thoughts. And it's like just how you swipe up on a TikTok video. It's like that's how you swipe up on that thought. Like, okay, it went in my head and now it's going out. Um, which kind of disconnects you again from the sensation of in your body that tells you that this message is from your intuition. It kind of disconnects you from being grounded and keeps you up in your overstimulated crown chakra. And it's making you feel like you're not as intuitive, spiritual, powerful as you used to be. And you are, but your mind is very distracted. It's very distracted and very kind of just needs to be realigned. It's a little bit unbalanced, a little bit out of touch with. Um, I just really feel like this alignment of your seven chakras. If you focus on trying to align your seven chakras, balance them back out, ground your energy, you're going to be more in tune and more in touch with these intuitive messages and not pass them up as a thought. But again, like your life, whatever you're doing in your life right now, it's very go 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 go, next. So it's really hard to pay attention to the little things that your intuition is bringing to you, and other people's opinions as well. I feel like spending a lot of time on social media is kind of confusing you. It's like, for example, you watch a video of like an argument and you have a strong stance on like, okay, this person is right or wrong, and this person, like their personality or their energy is giving this, and this other person, their energy is giving this. And then you read through the comment section and it like throws you off balance, because people are not necessarily, there's like, a small amount, like a 2%, 2% of people are thinking what you're thinking, but the majority of people or the top liked comments are something completely different. So you question yourself. So you've been questioning yourself a lot when it comes to your intuition. It's like kind of losing trust or faith that what you feel and what you know is for a reason. Because again, it's like the majority of people are not going to have the same opinion that you have because you are ascended. You can see through what's really going on. It's like you can watch a video and it's practicing your intuition this way, where you're watching a video and you're like, okay, this is fake, this is staged, this person is acting like the victim and they're not. You're able to decipher that. But then going through these comments, people who still have a lot to learn are on the top of the page with their opinion. That's what, the most like comment. And it kind of makes you question, like, maybe I don't know, or maybe I was being too harsh, maybe I was being too judgmental, and then swipe and don't think about it anymore. But those little things kind of just like dock points off of your faith in yourself and your intuition. And I don't feel like you're necessarily realizing that. Yep, yep, that's what this is. It's kind of pushing you into your shell as well, pushing you into your shell, kind of feeling like I don't know where I stand. Before you make a decision, it's like you might have a decision, but before you for sure make a decision or, you know, click post on a comment, it's like reviewing what other people think or what other people say and kind of taking your opinion but meeting in the middle, kind of balancing it out between your opinion and other people's opinions, and it's not necessarily your truth. But it's because, that self-doubt. It's that self-doubt in comparison to others. It's just very quick, very much, living in social media, it does that to you. Which is why it's important to take a break sometimes, to reconnect with yourself, tune into your sacral chakra so that you can work out of your sacral chakra. Um, these gut feelings. Yeah, because you would have that intuitive message come through and you would feel it in your gut. Like, I know this is my intuition. Um, and it's trying to come through that way. But I just feel like um, you're not hearing it or you're not focused on it, you know? Your attention is elsewhere. You're a little distracted. So let's get you some advice. What's some advice for my pile number threes? Okay. Prosperity begins. And we did talk about this a little bit. I would say grounding your energy, going outside, starting a hobby specifically, starting a hobby that is working out of your sacral chakra, something that makes you feel like you're expressing your creativity, something unique only to you, is going to help you kind of realign or reconnect if it's cold where you are and you can't go outside. Maybe there's restrictions. Something creative, coloring, writing, making music, making jewelry, making videos. You get it. You get it. Some advice for my pile three, please. Light in reverse. There's also a highlight here on this distraction. This energy of always being in a rush, always being on the go, is causing you to kind of lose track of your old habits, which were, balancing uh, self care and self prioritizing, especially when it comes to your sleep and your eating habits. And, self care, let's see, taking care of your hygiene, doing facials, getting massages, things like this, but but I'm really seeing what's highlighted here is eating patterns and sleeping. I feel like a lot of you who are watching this may deal with insomnia, or have been struggling with insomnia, not being able to sleep at night because you're so consumed with social media. But I feel like if you were to turn your phone off, or put on some music, put on a video, YouTube video, Netflix, whatever, and close your eyes, you would be able to go to sleep. You would be able to kind of resolve that insomnia. But it's what's going on at nighttime is really throwing you off balance, as well as the food that you're putting into your body. um, I would say at least try um, the food that you're putting into your body, but I also heard, or the food that you're not putting into your body. So um, some people may be struggling with eating too much, eating too little, not eating at all, or eating things that are just quick, like fast, something you can just throw in the microwave, like things that aren't like natural, like healthy, like pure, like organic, like a straight up fruit, a straight up vegetable. I'm seeing just try your best to incorporate that into your diet each day. Seeds and nuts as well are very important. That can also help you ground your energy. Again, if going outside isn't your thing, or you're not able to do that, um, really pay attention to what you're eating, because there are certain things in the food that you're eating that may cause your body to feel fatigued, or um, unmotivated, depressed, sad, or if you're not eating at all, that also comes with not eating. Your body needs these nutrients um, to work properly, to feel balanced. Um, to give you energy as well. This feels like people who are very much like into just very bubbly personalities, love to travel, love to explore, do new things. I feel like have kind of gone into more of a hermit mode, um, and has slowly developed these different habits than what you're used to. Yeah, rest and rejuvenate. I definitely feel like taking a break. Take a break here. Take a break from fast food, take a break from your phone, take a break from whatever is consuming you the most. I would say social media, but there's more to it. Um, I feel like there's, maybe this is for one person, maybe this is for a group of people watching this. There's something with the teeth as well. I don't know if this is like grinding your teeth at nighttime, feeling like your teeth have um, slowly become like yellow, or getting cavities, something with the teeth, maybe mouth issues, like your wisdom teeth are growing in. Um, and I'm really hearing flax seeds. And I don't know what flax seeds are good for, but I keep hearing flax seeds, chia seeds, but flax seeds specifically. Um, because I feel like something is making you feel a little bit bloated too, which is kind of slowing down your motor skills. And I feel like um, something about flax seeds would help. Charcoal as well. Maybe brushing your teeth with charcoal. I don't even know if that's safe, but I'm hearing charcoal. I don't know. Okay. Conflict and defeat in reverse. Patience. This isn't going to last forever. This is not going to stick with you forever. Um, this is just for you to kind of recognize like what happens when we kind of lose touch with our spiritual side, because I feel like hmm, I feel like there's sort of like an expectation here of, that you're spiritual, you know that you're very connected, but using that as sort of an excuse to not practice spirituality, or not practice grounding yourself, meditating, connecting with yourself, giving yourself that time in the day to like write down an entry in your journal or use your tarot cards. Just kind of just connect, how this can kind of what that disconnect feels like. Yeah, but I see that again, you guys are a very spiritual group. I feel like this is something that you guys would take very seriously because I see this moving on, spiritual union in reverse, movement, choices, and decisions. I see movement here. I see reflection. I see movement. I see, okay, I need to make a change. Which door am I walking through? Because if there's one thing I'm not going to lose, it's going to be how in tune and in touch I am with spirit. Because they've helped you so much throughout, your life up until this point. And I feel like you are very grateful, and it's a very strong tool that you like to lean on and rely on, and that's awesome, and that's why it's there. And there's a motivation and inspiration to strengthen that connection. Some advice. Let me get one more card here. Some advice. And the last piece of advice here is to surround yourself with like-minded people. I guess not everybody has to have the same opinion about everything that you do, but it's important that the people that you're surrounded by, um, encourage you and motivate you, kind of mentally stimulate you or spiritually stimulate you, to learn new things, explore different perspectives, things like that. And I do feel like you do have a good amount of people in your life, or at least one person in your life that does do that when they're around. But um, as you've isolated yourself more and more, not really realizing how deep you've got into isolation, you don't really have that stimulation. Again, your mind is just very distracted with things that you've been consuming on a day-to-day basis. Reach back out to your friends, start showing up or being there for your friends, or ask them, if you guys can go out, if you guys can hang out more. Get yourself up, get yourself out of the house, get yourself changed. Maybe, I don't know, do your hair or do your makeup, do something, and try your best to get yourself out of the house at least once a week. And I feel like once you do that, you're going to start getting that motivation and that spark back. And it's like things are going to start making sense again. This flow is going to come back to you again because it's yours. This is your spirit, like this is um, your personal power, your personal connection with spirit. It's natural. It's naturally there. But you have to remember that you have to water this seed in order for that to grow and keep growing, because if you don't provide it with water, if you don't provide it with um, any type of way to contact with contact you, work with you, it's going to slowly fade out. It will still be there, but it will be just a little bit dead, a little bit dry. You're gonna have to water it. And that's all I have for pile number 3. I hope that that made sense. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. I hope this resonated. If it did resonate, please comment down below. Let me know how it resonated. And I would love to hear from you guys. And I'm going to go ahead with pile number 4. And last but not least, pile number 4. If you chose this bag, this reading is for you. I do want to say that you guys are my wild childs. Um, I really like this bag. I really like this deck. I feel like you guys are fun. You guys are free spirited. You're fun and you're open to anything, to hearing anything. You're prepared for anything. It's like life can throw you any type of curveball and you're ready. You're ready. You like the challenge. So I'm going to go ahead and set your bag up here, right next to these beautiful bracelets. If you want to purchase a bracelet, you can go to etsy.com/slash the Starseed Tarot. That is my shop. Um, and this is the deck that I have for you. It's called the Rebel deck. So let me let you know, if you are not a fan of cursing, I would say this is not your reading. This deck that I have, it does have a lot of curse words in it. It's very blunt, brutal, and straight to the point. So if you're not, mentally prepared or in the right space to hear a message like that, please, feel free to select another pile. Though I feel like, honestly, I feel like if you chose this bag, it's for a reason. I really do feel like you guys are the wild childs, the free spirits, like the flower kids, the flower children. I'm gonna move this camera down because these cards don't necessarily stand up, so I'm gonna have to lay them out on the desk like that. So I want to know um, what you need to hear. Some of these cards are upside down, so I'm just gonna have to flip them right side up as they come out. But I want to know for pile four, what is going on with you guys? What do you guys need to know? What are you guys prepared to hear? You guys are just, oh my gosh, just so fun, free spirited, very much like impulsive in such a good way, though. Like, so just ready and down for adventure. It's like your friend can message you and tell you, like, I have $5 in my bank account, but I'm trying to drive like across the country. You down? And it's like you're there with the response of like, my bags are packed, let's go. And I like that. I really like your guys' energy. You're so fun, so free. Like, oh man, I'm really vibing with this pile, with this group number four. 444 could be relevant to you as well, um, just by the looks of the bag and with the energy that's coming off of this. You guys may be very open minded when it comes to um, things that alter your state of mind. And I think that's really cool because, I do feel like you guys have a very, um, again, open minded perspective, very broad. Perception, really down to listen, especially to other people that have different opinions than you. It's like you're not a type of person to fight them and convince them that what you think is right. It's like you want to know where they're coming from because it's interesting to you. So let's see, pile four. What's going on? What do you guys need to know? Okay, don't believe every shitty thought you have. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Maybe you guys needed that pep talk before I even started pulling these cards because I'm gonna actually put this up here. So I'm sorry if it's a little difficult to see. The screen is pretty small, what I'm looking at, so we'll put that over here. Hopefully you guys can read it, and if not, I just read it to you. So there you go. Yeah, maybe you guys are in need of a pep talk, but let me grab some more cards here and let's I just want to feel out the energy. What's going on with my pile fours? Okay, there's a lot going on. I'm putting those cards back in the deck because too many came out. But um, okay, this is a lot. No one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, pile four, you definitely needed that pep talk in the beginning, that's for sure. Um, And I really want to put this heavy emphasis on this card is not telling you not like this card is not telling you stop venting, do not talk about your problems. That's not what this is. Um, but I feel like you may, I mean, for example, starting off with this reading, this pep talk that I just kind of gave you guys this little like boost um, of reassurance of who you guys are. You may be getting this from your family or your friends, but it's hard for you to believe. You don't believe it. You're getting that reassurance, but it doesn't feel real. internally, it's like almost defensive in a way. Like somebody may compliment you and you're quick to say like somebody will say like, "Oh, you're handsome," or "You're beautiful," and you're like, "Yeah, okay." Like, haha, that's funny. Or like, "Yeah, no, I'm not." Like, I don't want to hear it because no, I'm not. This feels more about personality wise though. I feel like you guys may be struggling with mental health. And you know what? I want to say um, the last pile was very spiritual. You guys are also very spiritual, but you're very absorbent to energies around you. I feel like um, when you walk into a room full of people, you may look around and start feeling bad about yourself, start feeling like insecure about how you look, what you're wearing, how you're acting, what you're doing. But what's really going on is that you're absorbing other people's energy. Other people in that room are feeling, are having those thoughts and feeling those feelings. But I feel like you may mistake that energy as your own and you get very much stuck in it. It's hard to release it. It's like you may not know how to release it, or you may not even know that this is not yours. If you're into um, group number four, if you guys are into cleanses, specifically an egg cleanse, um, please, well, if you don't know how it works, please do your research. I would say that doing it the way that feels right to you, and as long as you have good intentions, I would highly, highly suggest that you speak your intentions out loud, um, like to the egg, to the water before you do it. But an egg cleanse could tell you a lot or remove a lot of that energy that you're carrying that's not yours. Also, um, I'm seeing obsidian specifically, though. I'm hearing silver obsidian. Um, if you have, jewelry or a crystal or a palm stone, anything like that of obsidian or silver obsidian, I recommend that you carry that with you or on your person when you go out, especially in large groups. If you don't, um, that would be a good, direction to point you into, where to start, what to start carrying with you. And before you put it on, before you put it in your pocket, make sure that you speak your intentions to the stone and ask the stone for assistance, or let the stone know like, this is, I'm carrying this stone with me, or I'm wearing this stone on me because of blank blank blank. My intention is to um, understand but not absorb other people's negative thoughts and negative feelings. You guys are also healers, but in a weird way. It's like you cleanse people. You cleanse people's energy, but it's really important that you cleanse yourself because their negativity is getting stuck on you without you realizing it. And I feel like if you have been self-medicating for that reason because you feel, down in the dumps, that's what is keeping you in the dumps, down in the dumps. And it's fairly easy to cleanse your energy, but to do it, at least like once a week, and make sure that you're protecting your energy before you go out. If you don't have, I was just going to say, if you don't have the funds, we'll talk about this in a second, but if you don't have the funds to purchase crystals like that, um, you don't have to purchase anything. You can always set your intention, ask your ask source, your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones, whatever you believe in, to cleanse your energy and protect you as you go out into public. And you can cleanse simply by taking a shower. Um, Again, just set your intentions. That's all you have to do. It's fairly simple. Money though, money. I feel like once you understand how powerful you are when it comes to this aspect of being able to help cleanse people and remove things that have been stuck with them for a very long time, Once you understand it and you start practicing it, this is something that you'll be able to make money off of if you're interested. This is something that you could do as a side hustle. This is something that you could do as a career if you want to be like your own boss. And I definitely get that energy from you guys. You guys are very unique, very Aquarius type of energy. Um, but not you don't have to be an Aquarius because it's very broad. But with the creativity, the uniqueness, the popping up at random places, cleansing people without even knowing it, and it's like making their day brighter just by being there. It's like you have such a big impact no matter where you go, no matter if you realize it or not. And once you do realize this, again, there's like abundance that follows that if you want to pursue that into some sort of career side hustle, something you do for friends and family, whatever feels comfortable to you. You can also use this at your job as well, is what I'm hearing. I'm not too sure how though. For example, if you're a server, let's say you're a server, and there's a table, and you can tell just by walking up to the table, you get that vibe that these two are fighting. It's like you can flip the energy. You can absorb that negativity and flip it into something positive and get good money, like a good tip out of that table because of the energy work that you can do without even realizing it. And maybe you are a server, or maybe you're a bartender, maybe you do hair or lashes or whatever, um, and you do get big tips or you do get good reviews, and you're like, I really don't, I feel like they're kind of talking me up, I don't feel like I'm that great. That's why. Yeah, shut your mouth and listen. Shut your mouth and listen, honestly. It's in the most respectful way, because it's like spirits like, man, like the proof is in the pudding, like all this positive feedback that you get from your friends, family, people at work, with whatever you do, it's like you get positive feedback um, before you start feeling like defensive and like, yeah, no, I'm not, or yeah, that, that's not me, or maybe they just, no, this is what it is. And it's like this positive reinforcement keeps coming to you for a reason. The only thing that's blocking you from accepting it is the wall of negative energies that you have absorbed that aren't yours, especially when it comes to self doubt and insecurity. Again, that aren't yours, but it's confusing you as if it were yours. So it's projecting itself into your day to day life, kind of blocking your vision from who you truly are. All right, pile four. What's up? Yeah, that don't feel right. I want to say you have a good sense of feeling as well. And I don't necessarily know how to explain it. And I feel like those who have this may just understand by me saying that. Like having a good sense of feeling. It's like if you're going to make pasta, it's like you can grab the amount of pasta in your hands and feel like, that's too much. Okay, this is just right. Or I need some more. It's like just this relying on your senses, kind of like you're able to like measure things out or feel things out without kind of like any sort of like explanation behind it. It's just like your sense of feeling is one of your strengths as well. Yeah, you're talented and fucking amazing. Honestly, that's what's going on here. Like that's what's going on. There's a huge need for you guys to cleanse your energy and protect your energy. And don't get scared when I say, that you guys need to cleanse your energy, that there's negative energy attached to you or absorbed by you. It's not like I'm saying that you guys have demons following you around. That's not what it is. This negative energy is just negative thoughts, self image, sort of like insecurities, fears, um, things like that. Those feelings that don't make you feel good. That's all it is. It's nothing to fear, because again, I feel like you guys are so, it's like you're so spiritual and you don't even realize it. It's like the way that I'm talking about your impulsivity by nature of let's go, let's do this, let's do that. It's like you're doing things on very quickly, very impulsively, very much like without giving it thought. And those are actions coming from your intuition. Like you're acting out of your intuition without recognizing it, without realizing it. That's why you're always at the right place at the right time. That's why you keep finding luck on your side. That's why abundance follows you. And you may be acting on impulse, especially I'm feeling, especially when it comes to going out, like with friends, or where to stop at, where to go, just random ideas. It's like you may feel like you want to keep your mind stimulated to distract you from this negative energy that's kind of acting as a cloud floating, over your head. um, but it's not a distraction. I mean, you could consider it a distraction, but this is your intuition. And then we have drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, throw some shit out, and throw some shit out. Let's see. I want to know more about that. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that asshole, and throw some shit out. Okay, this is talking about a need to refresh, feel like cleanse. It's like spring cleaning. So you can physically um, clean out things around you, like in the home, throw away things you don't need, make more space, let go of things that you no longer use. But this could also be referring to your energy as well, the cleansing of your energy, of releasing that shit, releasing the negativity that's acting as an asshole. But we do have drink a smoothie, and this one says eat some yummy shit, bacon, chocolate, beer, get some. um, yeah, I feel like maybe if you guys are um, working a lot, distracted a lot, very much on the go, or self medicating to the point where it's, um, or self medicating in general, or if you take medication and it makes you lose your appetite, it's like there's a lack of nutrition here, which is similar to the last pile as well. So you guys, you may have chose both piles, maybe not. Maybe you could check out pile number three if you're interested. Um, yeah, but this one isn't necessarily you need to watch what you eat or eat more nutrients. This is you need to fuel your body. Your body needs something to run off of. I feel like this is like going into work and it's like all you've had, it's like 3 p.m. and all you've had is like nicotine and a coffee, or like a blunt and a coffee. It's like there's not a meal there. And it's really hard to focus. I'm getting really hard to focus because your body doesn't have any energy, because it's like you're not giving it the food in order to create that energy, which can also cause fatigue. Yep. Don't let your issues fuck it up. Don't let your issues fuck it up. And if there are people that are watching this that do have that do struggle with um, with food, whether it's too much, too little, not at all, I hear you and I see you, and it's not an easy journey as well to find something, a safe food, or to find the time for it, to get yourself. It's like you could even make the food and feel like you lost your appetite, type of thing. um, this pile specifically is being pointed in the direction of find one safe food. One safe food is very, very important. because I feel a lot of you, again, running off anxiety, running off caffeine, or running off nicotine, running off. I don't. I mean, some people here are smoking, but I feel it's more to calm down that sense of anxiety. All right. Yeah, this really ties into pile number three. You guys should check it out if you feel drawn to pile number three. But too much screen time is making you awkward and sad. Go talk to a live person. This negative energy may have consumed you so much that it's kind of isolating you a little bit, which is very, very similar. Almost the same message as pile number three. Too much screen time. Too much screen time. Distractions. Because it's not necessarily understanding why you're feeling negative, why you're feeling anxious, unmotivated, depressed, um, tired all the time. The first reason why you may be feeling all these things is a lack of food in your system. Your body needs food, okay? Number two is too much too much screen time, a lack of human interaction, that physical connection. You need a hug, you know? You need a hug and may not even realize that you need a hug because you don't realize it would make you feel better. You just feel kind of icky and you want to stay at home, you want to stay to yourself. Yep, you want to stay in this energy. The don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. Um, and again, it's like, maybe this aspect of yourself that is very spontaneous, very much like um, living in adventure, maybe that slowed down a little bit and you're trying to figure out why. That's the main cause. We do have, you need some fucking time alone and you know why, which, contradicts the go talk to a live person. But um, though I do feel like you do need to have that physical interaction, that human connection, um, there's a need to connect with yourself as well. And this time alone is a time where you are able to sit alone with your mind, your soul, your body, your thoughts. This is very much giving me the energy of meditate and ask for a sign, ask for assistance, ask for guidance, ask for messages, intuitive messages, ask for those feelings of like, what am I not seeing? Show me in my body. What are you guys trying to show me? And it's like you'll feel like a tingling sensation in your tummy or like a stomach ache, and it could be like your sacral chakra needs attention. You may get a headache, or your head air the top of your head starts to feel kind of tingly. It's like your crown chakra needs attention. It's something like that. You need to connect with yourself. Get some fucking sleep. I'm more than convinced that pile 3 and pile 4 are the same person, because you both are, it seems like you both may be distracting with social media and struggling with insomnia because of it. um, Not giving yourself enough time to connect with yourself and connect with source. Anything else for pile 4? Shit could be much worse. There's a lot of overthinking here. Overthinking where it doesn't need to be overthought. It's kind of sending you into a spiral. Yep. It will lie to your face. Exactly. Shit could be so much worse. It will lie to your face. This overthinking will lie to you. The overthinking will convince you that you're doing something wrong, or you're a bad person, or things are a lot worse than what they seem. Take a fucking trip. Get back into your energy, man. Get back into your energy. Connect with yourself. Connect back with your reconnect. There we go. Reconnect with yourself. Reconnect with the earth, with spirit. Ground your energy. Cleanse yourself, cleanse yourself, cleanse yourself. Fuck. You need your people around you. Yeah, it's like this is isolating you. It is isolating you and it's doing more harm than good. But again, it's a simple fix. Just cleanse. Cleanse your energy. Set your intentions. Protect your energy. The last card we have for you. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. I definitely feel like that has to do with social media. The fact that you need to unplug and connect with someone who's worth it. Do you know who that is? That's you, pile number 4. That is you. No doubt about it. Spend some time on yourself. Spend your time getting to know yourself, but getting back in tune with your body, what your body's trying to tell you, what your body is feeling, instead of just ignoring it. It's like your stomach is rumbling and you're hungry, but you don't want to get up, so you just ignore it. And it's like, pay attention. Pay attention to it because it's trying to help you. And that is all I have for you, pile number 4. I hope that that made sense. If you didn't watch pile 3, again, I suggest that you watch it. But if you don't feel drawn to it or you don't feel called to it, you don't have to. Please leave a comment down below. Let me know if this resonated with you. I hope that it did. And thank you for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video.